Hi, I just want to make a shout out to all the single ladies. It is time for us to put a ring on it, okay? Can we take a moment and allow me to be real, raw, but don't get it twisted? I'm going to be righteous, ladies. My subject for tonight is the vagina. I want to talk to you about the vagina a little bit, ladies. And hopefully, I'll have your ear and you're tuned in and you'll get close. First, I want to talk to you about what Steve Harvey had to say about our vagina, ladies. So Steve Harvey wrote a book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. In his book, he has a chapter called the 90-Day Rule. And in the chapter, he's telling women not to give up your cookie the first night, but to take your cookie and keep it for 90 days. But give up your cookie after 90 days and treat it like it's a benefit package like the Ford Motor Company does. Okay, so what he's telling us to treat our cookie like a job, we're going to give it out like a benefit package, and then we're going to be driven around like a car. No, Steve Harvey, we go from being a one-night hoe to a 90-day hoe. What difference does it make, Steve Harvey? We're still going to be a hoe, okay? So no, Steve, we're not going to do that. The 90 days isn't going to work, okay? I did some more research, and Dr. Jackie is an OBGYN gynecologist on Bravo TV. I don't know if you've heard of her, but she is coming from a woman's perspective, and she's a doctor, and she has a vagina. Okay, we're gonna say vagina for a little bit, so just soak it in a little bit. And she is speaking about the cookie, but she's talking about the natural scientific view of the cookie. And she's gonna get into like dryness, and she's gonna get into all the extra partners that we have and what that does to us psychologically, what it does to us physically. She's gonna get into some deep things naturally. But I want to come to you as Evangelist Veeda. My name means life in two different languages, in Spanish and in Latin. And I want to allow the Father to use me. He allowed me to pen his book from the Father's perspective about the vagina. So let's go from calling it the vagina to calling it the cookie. We want, because he allowed Steve Harvey to publicly name the cookie, so let's just go with the cookie. I would like to be used to talk to you about who, what, when, where, and why. You know, we have that when we were growing up. You know, you remember the who, what, when, where, why, and sometimes how. Talk about who invented, who created the cookie. When was the cookie created? Where was the cookie created? And why was the cookie created in the book from the Father, which is what he would like to call it is the Bible for the cookie. So let's just make a hashtag for that right now. We're going to hashtag the Bible for the cookie, so that we can allow him to use us and give him 90 days with our cookie, just like we gave Steve Harvey 90 days with our cookie, and it probably got beat up and it got tore up from the flow up. I want to show you the front of the book, ladies, where the cookies are all nice and neatly in the jar, how they're stacked, and they are protected. Look at how fresh they look and how pure they look inside the jar. And there's a lock on the jar, which means that while our cookie is in the jar, it is locked away, it is protected, because the Father, look at the back of the book, the Father has our key. The Father has everything that makes us open up that jar, why we open up to that man and give our cookie to that man. And he, if you notice, he made sure that, and he designed all of this. I was just used, and I'm honored to pen the Bible for the cookie. He took all the scriptures. We're going to use the Holy Scriptures. And yes, we're going to use the Holy Scriptures. I've been born again for 21 years. And apparently they have got to mean something, ladies. The scriptures have been around. This is 2020. They are still around. And the scriptures, if you allow them to, will speak to your inner person. The Father does not desire to talk to us from the outside. Everybody is talking to us from the outside. Everything is coming to us and coming at us from the outside. And buy this, do this, do that. The Father desires to speak to us on a spiritual level from the inside out. Okay, He desires for you to invest in yourself. We need a healing on the inside. The healing starts from the inside, because really who you are, acting like a fool, is on the outside, but it's because who you are on the inside. I want him to get down and get dirty with this cookie. And you notice here, the cookies that are on the inside, they're different shapes, they're different sizes. They are different colors, because we women, we are different shapes, we are different sizes, we are different colors, we are different flavors, which means that we have different personalities. So I want us to get to know who we are. What is our purpose in life? Why was I created? Why was my cookie designed? The Father created the first man, and then he created the first woman. So he created her cookie. He had him in mind when he created her cookie. So who did the Father have in mind when he created your cookie? Don't you want to know that? Don't you want to just get away from just going on in life and not knowing what is your purpose? Why was I created? My name means life. So I want to go on and learn, why was I created? What is my purpose? The Christ said, I come that you might have life and have it more abundantly, which means that he breathes into us spiritually. He wants to speak to us from the inside out. And in such a time as this, with that COVID-19 going on, look at the cookies outside the jar. They are broken. They are sick. Just like that COVID-19 is making people sick. Maybe the Father did allow it, because he wants us to get at home, to get quiet, to get to ourselves, so that we can get some inner clarification. We can get some inner peace. We can learn who we are from the inside out. We can self-quarantine that cookie. We can use social distancing with our cookie and spend time with the Father to buy his book. How much is this book? This book is, I'm not going to really talk about what it costs, because everything in life, we have to pay money for it. This is an investment in you. Allowing the Holy Scriptures to minister to you from the inside out, to heal you from the inside out. It's a lot of things that are going to be going on. You're going to learn who you are. You're going to learn why you were created. You're going to learn, okay, what was my cookie designed for? What is my purpose in life? I'm just going along, and I'm having all of these men eat up on my cookie. Like Steve Harvey, said that, called publicly name our vagina the cookie. That means that men must have a sweet tooth. So aren't you tired of men just using you and discarding your cookie? And then they're kicking it around the room, and then they're walking around with you on the bottom of their shoe. And then every time you see them, you see a piece of you on the bottom of their shoe. Invest in yourself. This is an investment into your inner person. For $16.95, you can allow the Holy Spirit. You can pray and talk to the Father and say, you know what? I am tired of men using me. I do want to know who I am, whose I am. Why was I created? What is my cookie designed for? So if you don't have the book, you can go. I'm self-published. And the website is www.christianfaithpublishing.com. I'm also on Amazon, www.amazon.com. My book is on Barnes & Noble, www.barnesandnoble.com. And I have a website, www.thedaccookieproductions.com. Because remember, ladies, if you don't remember anything else about this, If you listen to Steve Harvey, you go from being a one-night hoe to a 90-day hoe. And that when your cookie gets wet, it's not going to do anything but break down and fall apart like these other cookies outside on the jar. Get the book and join me so that we can take this time that we're already quarantined, we're already self-contained, to learn about who we are, and then we can take our power back. That's what Steve Harvey said. He did say we have the power with our cookie. It's time for us women to go back and get our power back. I have my power back. I have had my cookie in the jar. I'll celebrate it 5 years, New Year's Day. Okay? And then my next episode, when I come on, I'm going to talk all about my business, to why I am qualified by the Father to be a representative of heaven to talk about this cookie. So ladies, until then, the Father says agape, which means I love you. He wants to show us love from the inside out. Signing off, I'm Evangelist Veeda, which means life. Love you ladies, single ladies.